Life in the Pacific Northwest. Very demure, very mindful. Speaking of being mindful, did you know that Washington is one of the top 5 states in the US most likely to experience earthquakes? In Washington state alone, we experience over 1,000 earthquakes every year. Most of them are small, but scientists predict that we could experience a massive earthquake with a high magnitude in the future. It's not a question of if, but when. And it's not just earthquakes. We also face risks from wildfires, wind and snowstorms, floods, and even volcanic activity since we have 5 active volcanoes. Life in Washington state can be unpredictable, so don't wait to create an emergency plan. That's why having an emergency grab-and-go bag is so important. It is a simple way to be prepared for whatever nature throws away. So what exactly is an emergency grab-and-go bag? Think of it as your life's essentials in one compact, ready-to-grab backpack. It should have everything that you need to survive for at least 3 days during an emergency. And no, we're not talking about your skincare routine essentials, although that's also very demure. Today, we will share some essential tips on building your own emergency go bag so you and your family are prepared for any situation. To get started, there are 8 categories that you need to have in mind when putting together your own grab-and-go bag. Let's dive in. 1. Water and food. Hydration and snacks are key during an emergency. Pack non-perishable food items that don't require refrigeration. Energy bars, canned foods, and meals ready to eat, also known as MREs. Make sure that you have enough food and water to keep everyone in your family going for at least 3 days. It's recommended to have at least 1 gallon of water per person per day, and this amount covers basic needs for drinking, cooking, and hygiene. 2. First aid. Bandages, antiseptic wipes, and any medications that you might need. 3. Clothing and warmth. If you know one thing about Washington state is the weather can be very moody. So pack extra socks and underwear, a sturdy jacket, a compact heat blanket, and a rain poncho. 4. Health and sanitation. For this category, pack the necessary items to stay healthy and clean during a disaster, such as soap, toilet paper, wet wipes, N95 masks, menstrual products, and diapers. 5. Tools and supplies. Multi-tools, can opener, gloves, pocket knife, lighter and fire starter, and duct tape. 6. Communications and navigation. Flashlights, emergency crank radio, compass and maps, extra batteries, and portable charging stations. Don't forget to also include a whistle in case you need to signal for help. 7. Personal documents and cash. I know, who carries cash in 2024? But during an emergency, most places won't be able to accept cards, and this includes ATMs. You will also need to carry copies of your most important documents such as IDs, insurance, and medical records. 8. Comfort items and accommodations. Emergencies are stressful, so consider including comforting items that will help you stay calm and collected. Pack that great book that you always wanted to read, a deck of cards, and your child's favorite toy. Now, if you live in a home with children, older adults, and people with disabilities, make sure that you have a plan in place to accommodate them, along with anything that they may need during an emergency. And let's not forget about our animal friends. During an emergency, we also need to care for our pets, so make sure that they have their own bag with food, water, medications, and supplies. One last thing to remember, keep your emergency go bag up to date so you are always ready, because you never know when an emergency or disaster can happen. Try to assess and replenish your bag at least every 6 months. Check dates and swap out any expired items. Replace stored water periodically to ensure that it remains safe to drink. At last, check batteries, medications, and any other perishable items regularly to keep your grab-and-go bag in top condition. And there you have it, a very demure, very mindful way to elevate your emergency game. If an earthquake shook things up right now, would you and your family be ready to handle it?